OEM intake systems typically are inefficient because the manufacturers have different set of requirements that they've got to meet. They have NVH, which is noise, vibration, and harshness that they've got to meet, and they have restriction in the air filter because they have very high air filtration standards to protect their engines. The engineering that goes into making one of our intakes, it's multi-layered. And we have to baseline a vehicle, and when we do dyno testing, we don't bring a car in and do one test and call it good. We'll do several dyno tests and establish a good, stable baseline. So that's when you see reported power figures from us, they're typically conservative, and usually is because it's several tests that we've averaged over to make sure we have good, stable numbers. After we do the baseline testing, we have to go to the dyno and develop the length and the diameter of the intake system. We have to make sure that the check engine light's not going to trigger because of a incorrect diameter where the mass air sensor goes. We do all the temperature studies in live driving condition to make sure that we're getting the coldest air possible to the engine without sacrificing safety or anything like that. Then we do after we fabricate a desired length, we have to bend it and put it on a car. We have to package it because some of today's engine compartments are small compared to what they used to be. Consequently, those bends may have an influence on power, so you have to re-dyno after we've bent up the intake system and put it on the car to make sure we've lost nothing by doing it. We take advantage of the sound energy in the intake system in order to help charge the engine at various RPM points. We gain performance on an intake system by tuning it to have the most benefit in a usable RPM range. So for example, most guys don't drive around at 7, 8, and 9,000 RPM. I'm sure there's some of the people out in the audience that'll kind of snicker and say they do, but most people drive from stoplight to stoplight and they want to feel the performance in the seat of their pants. So we tune our intakes to generate power in a very broad power band, typically in the driving range of a car. With our company, enthusiasts have several options of intake. We have the short ram, we have the cold air, we have V2, and we have the brute force.